Well, today I'm not interviewing because I am playing the Pioneer WPN at our lovely store of Athena Games, Norwich. That's Norwich in the UK, not Alabama.
It was very sad to see that one end in a draw, to be honest, because like I walked in at the tail end of game 2 and was just like, holy hell, this has been a battle. Yeah, it was. And full credit as well, both of you guys were playing incredibly fast in game 3 to try and get there. But massive apologies at the end of the draw, but it made for some fantastic Magic content, guys. So hugely appreciated it.
Yeah, they were good games for sure. I think, you definitely. If we were untimed, I think you would have taken that close.
I think so, because I can play slightly differently, like not plus into the obvious Wandering Emperor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have to try and get the game done.
Nice. Well, good luck in your next one, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a very much a Phil-on-Phil match in the feature match.
Yeah, the 2 L's versus 1. So.
Indeed. At least there was some differentiator, right? Like. We had a lot of comments of Ed, and Eddie, and Phil, and Philly.
Nice,
you know,
good.
But you have brought a very spicy deck today.
Yeah.
I did not. I don't know the Pioneer format very well, so I'm probably the worst person to be interviewing. However, I don't think cycling is particularly
even if you
prevalent.
knew the Pioneer format well, you wouldn't know the deck. You might, if you play Standard, you might have known it. I've been playing the deck for a few months now, like Magic Online, a few 5.0 leagues.
Yep.
Deck seems to do well, adjusted it for the meta and everything like that. But it basically, it attacks on so many angles. So you've got, plan A is Big Flourishing Fox turn 1, beat down, and then you've got your Pyromancer to bolt stuff down, and then you've got Improbable Alliance, make 1/1s go wide, and then game plan D is Zenith Flare for lethal.
Yeah.
So I tend to find you get a lot of equity from post-board matches where opponents are bringing in graveyard hate for your Zenith Flares.
Oh, okay.
And it's sort of irrelevant.
So you can kind of mind game them a little bit.
Yeah, the whole deck's even mind game. If you cycle a center game 1, it's in your opponent's head game 2, 3.
Yeah,
and in some matches, I'll just sideboard the centers out for games 2 and 3, and my
still
opponent will play a turn behind, play around it. Yeah, so you
that's awesome.
You get so much equity that way. But
nice.
It's pretty resilient, like you saw there. It's turn 1 Fatal Push, turn 2 Stomp, turn 3 Dreadbore, then Thoughtseize Mind Probable Alliance, and it's sort of. It didn't really matter in the end because it's like, well, I guess I'll just 6 you, and then kill you with whatever. So it's definitely got legs. The deck's got legs.
Yeah, for sure. So for most of your testing, do you usually use MTGO or?
Yeah, Magic Online. Obviously, it's the fastest way to kind of get the play testing in, play against the wider meta and everything. Sculpt the sideboard. Obviously, it's a little bit different when you then come and play local tournaments.
Yeah.
So I tend to find the meta in local tournaments is a bit behind Magic Online.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can kind of sideboard, you can look at what did I play 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, I'll adjust my sideboard for that. So, I've changed out to damping spheres from deafening silences just to hedge a bit more against mono green to get rid of Nykthos and things like that. And I'm still playing 2 Fry, 2 Rending Volley, because the biggest killer for the deck, hands down, is Narset Power Avails. So if they resolve a Narset, it just essentially completely shuts the deck down. That is the number 1 target to kill for the deck. So the Fries they're sort of an auto include.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But I'm happy with the deck. 2-0, can't complain. I've played against Greasefang and Red Black, so it's definitely putting results up.
There. Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll catch you later. If maybe you top 8, we'll probably try and get some words.
Yeah, definitely. Well, here's hoping.
And I assume as well you are indeed. I know you mentioned local events, but I assume you're a Skyward Fire local.
Yeah, I'm a Lowestoft boy, so that's my local.
Nice. Well, shout out Skyward Fire.
Yeah.
And good luck in your next round.
Nice one. Cheers.
So unfortunately, I am here with the interviewer today, and he failed to attend his civic duties as the interviewer because he wanted to play Pioneer. How did it go, Mr. George Simon?
Shit game for twats, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you score so far? Like, how did you
I'm 0-3. I haven't done too well. Apart from one game, I haven't seen Parhelion and Greasefang at the same time. So, and when the few actually I have, so I lie. There was a lot of graveyard hate, so I couldn't do anything. Though last game felt real good. Got Nahiri up to 8 loyalty. Ultimate her, searched my library for Parhelion, slapped it down, smacked him with Parhelion. Jobs are good. But it was on Jun's sacrifice, so it was like very hard. I got him down to 1, but it was very hard to get that last piece of damage through because he had a lot of life gain. But no, good games. We're going to spend the, I've got to go back to Guantanamo Bay now. My day release is finished, and I'll be back here tomorrow to see ya.
Would you say though that you made a mistake playing Pioneer, or was it that you simply made a Mardu mistake? Some could say that you made some strange choices in the colours of your deck today.
No, I think Mardu is probably one of the stronger versions of Greasefang. Thinking about it, you've got the mid-range game because Abzan is really focused on the combo. This is just my opinion though, so it might not be fact. Because Abzan's really focused on the combo, you really fail when people like exile your graveyard and stuff. You've not really got a backup plan. Esper has got a bit more of a backup plan because it's a control deck with Parhelion as a finisher. Mm-hmm. But again, the issue is I think there's better finishers I think there's better control decks, there's better finishers than Parhelion Greasefang. So I think Mard is probably one of the better versions because it's got the reach. I just didn't see it today, the combo, and I don't think my matchup's been particularly good.
So I guess really you heard it here first, folks. Pioneer sucks. It's a dead
Pioneer's
format.
great. Pioneer's great. It's not a dead format. Pioneer's brilliant.
All the games today were fixed.
Pioneer's brilliant. I just didn't do too well. But honestly, I haven't practiced as much as I should.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's been a good day. It's been good to see everyone out, and we'll see you tomorrow, sir.
See you tomorrow.
I'm here with James Gurney after his round 3 win. James unfortunately declined an interview. He's far too occupied, so we figured we'd check in with another 3-0 competitor today, Rocco, fellow Team Templar member repping the jersey. How's it been going so far? I know you've had some battles.
Yeah, every match I've played has been ridiculous. As in, they've either been really swingy or been absolutely pulverising. I've mulliganed to 4 in one game, managed to win that game, which I was very lucky to.
Magic players, deep pairings obviously haven't been
I think I'm about to play James.
Excellent. So we will see some Templar action. Have we got it? Have we got the live reveal?
But there are 3 or 4 more available if you want. Thank you.
I'm playing James Gurney.
We will see you on the feature match. Good luck. The feature table, no question here. The 2 strongest players at the field are both wearing the same jersey. To throw some shots, there's no yellow here today.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So after being paired up against James, how did it go, Rocco?
The best I can possibly hope for. I think I got an insane draw in game 1.
Just to catch everyone up, it was 2-0, right?
Yeah, it was 2-0. Yeah. Game 1, I kept a hand of just ramp spells, but as in Wolfwallow Haven and Kiora, and James kept a hand of double Fatal Push. So both his pushes were dead, and I played Kiora into Storm, into Khan, and basically just ran away with the game, and he just couldn't really catch up.
That's a pretty rough day at the office.
He did say it was a bit rough, and then went to board, and I thought he was going to meat hook massacre me on 1 to Wrath My Elves, which I would have been in a lot of trouble, to be fair, but he didn't, which was good for me. Never saw Nykthos, but I just had a generation of mana with Kiora and my Elves, and he tapped out for a Teferi, and I tapped out for a Nicol Bolas, and destroyed his Teferi, and that was pretty much the game.
Yeah, I think there's only one that wins that Planeswalker battle, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. How have you found the meta in general? Have you found any surprises? I mean, obviously we've interviewed him already. Phil's cycling deck is somewhat of a surprise.
Yeah, I really like Phil's choice. Is actually quite smart because it's really off the radar, and it's actually quite good. It's quite powerful because no one really suspects a Fire Blast for 20 in their end step.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I think it's a good call. I think me and Matt Brown are the only people on mono green, and which surprises me because I think a lot more people should have been on mono green. But there's a load of Phoenix decks, a load of Boros Heroic decks. I think there's about 9 Boros Heroic decks or something in the room.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I think Matt as well in his last event, as far as I'm aware, played. Is it right?
Yeah,
and
he played
has
Phoenix.
switched to mono
Yeah,
green.
yeah.
So I guess had that not happened, then it would be even
Yeah,
potentially
yeah,
a rarer showing.
which is strange because I think the deck is really good. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's
I mean,
super versatile.
I'm not a Pioneer player, but it feels like an unfair deck.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
it looks like there is some problem. perhaps
I
there.
won't be surprised if Nykthos gets banned after these WPNs are finished because obviously Wizards are giving out the promo for WPNs
See,
as Nykthos.
I've been saying that, but a lot of
it's-
the alternate comeback has been that is it Khan that's more of a problem. Because Nykthos, if you leave it up, you still have mono black devotion decks. Like you can still have that devotion style.
Yeah,
But is Khan the game one sideboard basically? Is that the problem?
yeah. I think Khan is the bigger problem to Nykthos because you can just sit down in any matchup and go, oh, my opponent's on Greasefang, I'm going to get Tormod's Crypt, and they can't win.
Yeah.
Or like I have Khan and Tormod's Crypt, so they can't even crew Parthelion because of Khan, and they can't get it back because of Crypt. So yeah, it's a really good deck. It's a solid deck. I'm hoping to double ID into top 8. I think I'm the only. Well, there's 3 people on 3 wins and no losses. So I think if one of the players wins, who's on 3-0, I can ID with them, and then we can basically get into top 8 from there.
Nice. Well, good luck in your next round. Hopefully, we'll catch James as well. Perhaps if we can hunt him down. He's quite an elusive Templar. If you ever see him at an event, make sure to throw a net at him or something.
Yeah.
And there's
Give him
a
a
prize
pound
out
back.
there. Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
did generally feel bad for him, but that's just like how it goes sometimes.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, I know he's mentioned to me that he doesn't want the pressure laid on, but he's not here, so I will continue to say that I'm fairly confident he will top 8. Like,
Yeah.
I believe
I think he
will top 8
Yeah,
because he's an incredible Magic
Yeah,
player.
I did say I'll see you in top 8.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, good luck in the next one.
thank you.
So Nathan, as I managed to play you in Modern, was it a couple of weeks ago or last week?
I think it was last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned that you're not really the biggest Pioneer player.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I've come here for a few Tuesdays before, but that's about it.
Nice, and yet here you are, still on the cusp of potentially getting into the top 8. So
well, trying my hardest.
Yeah, so you were, I believe you were 2-2 and now you're 3-2. So I think
3-2.
if you win the last round, you're looking good.
Okay.
How are you finding the deck so
So
far?
far, playing Rakdos mid-range is a whole bunch of fun. Loads of decision points in the matches where sometimes you make a wrong move and you think to yourself for the next 5 days, oh my goodness, if only I'd played it in this sequence, but the cards are all good and it's just super fun to play, especially against people also on like fun and interesting decks. My sideboard is mostly hate for Greasefang, and so far I've gone up against Greasefang twice, so
nice.
things are going well in that regard. But yeah, I've got hope if I can win the next round.
I mean, not to jinx it all, but I think there could be a possibility that your match for the top 8 may even be against yet another Greasefang.
Another
opponent.
Greasefang pile.
Who knows? There's quite a lot of Greasefang here, so it depends on where the draws go. But
This would make half of my tournament facing Greasefang. So.
yeah, man. I mean, if you get used to it, right, it makes
exactly,
it a little easier along the road.
So
How have you found kind of as not much of a Pioneer player, like myself, I mentioned to you before, I don't play Pioneer at all. How have you found like sideboarding and stuff? Did you do a bit of research in terms of the matchups, or are you kind of?
I saw a Rakdos deck list online, obviously, because I had some of the cards. I thought I'd build it for Pioneer.
Yeah.
And the sideboard is kind of. So some of it is from online, some stuff I've ordered in, like lava coils for mono green and
Nice.
that kind of stuff. But then there is like a good half of my sideboard is like hate for Greasefang. So, and generally with Rakdos, all the cards are just kind of good. I have a few cute cards in there, so it's relatively easy in some matchups to find stuff which is worse in that matchup and change it out for stuff in the sideboard, which is a lot better.
Awesome. Well, best of luck in your next round. I'm hoping we'll be able to catch you again in a little while as you make the top 8.
You get an interview of me either quite happy to get to top 8 or depressed. So,
exactly.
Look forward to
it's what we want. And I also absolutely love the t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie, that's sick. But yeah, best of luck in your next match.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
So I'm here with Raoul from Axion. The main reason I wanted to grab you before the top 8 is I'm amazed that we are waiting for the top 8 given the train situation in that you appeared around late, unfortunately.
Yes, I was quite lucky.
How's it been going since, I assume?
Yeah, pretty well. I mean,
smoothly.
I also got some lucky pairings, I think, to make it so far. And yeah, David is already qualified, so he was able to help me into the top 8, so very grateful for that.
Awesome. So what deck are you on today?
I'm playing mono red Embercleave.
Ooh.
Characteristically. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Are you typically into the aggressive decks?
Not really, no, I don't play decks like this at all ever, but I was trying to get into Pioneer like 2 weeks ago when these events sort of started. I was playing a bit online, and I couldn't do well with the types of things I normally play. I played like mono white aggro first, didn't like it that much. I played blue white control, which I don't know. I was struggling with the lands. I was struggling with both colors and amount of lands, and having the right answers at the right time. So if one turn doesn't line up, I felt I was losing all the time. And then I started playing this red deck, and somehow I was. Well, I mean,
it seems to be working today, right?
Yeah, certainly.
That's awesome. So what is your kind of format of choice? If it was up to you, what tournament would
limited? Like I would just love to play limited RCQs. Sadly, I think there's one in the UK. I wish there were more, because I would definitely go to them. And I think the one is in Manchester, so it's quite far from me, from the south. For sure. But just more limited would be nice for me.
I've only been playing Magic for a few years. In terms of limited, what has been your favourite limited block or kind of booster set to play?
I really like Khans of Tarkir, which obviously is a long time ago now. It was just in flashback drafts on Magic Online though. It's an interesting set. Well, most of the older sets I like because you get a lot more time to set up. So the decks, I feel, are a lot more about assembling some sort of longer game plan. Like you want to get like this combination of 2 or 3 cards together, and that's how you'll win, and you'll get like a big advantage. Whereas nowadays, I think it's a lot more streamlined. Like games are quicker.
For sure.
It's still fine. I still like limited, but
it's not quite the same. I don't know how it compares to the original, but I did get to play limited for Time Spiral Remastered.
Oh yeah,
and so far that has been my favourite.
Really? Okay, that's great. Because
I
actually love that format. I played it so much. And I just got a booster box the other day to hopefully try and draft again with friends.
I'm literally every time I see one go up for sale, I'm like DMing straight away. Can I buy that? Because it's a super fun.
And it has that sort of vibe that you have longer time to set up because the creatures are smaller.
And in addition as well, the value's good. So you can even get hits if if you
nice
pack one open a Goif or something. It's all good. But thank you very much for taking the time, and hopefully we'll chat to you again depending on how the top 8 turns out.
Yes.
But very best of luck. And
great, thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm just going to come here and come straight at Chris Yule's because there are some packs here.
Look at that! Look.
There are some packs here in the Chaos Draft. Look at the goodies on show today. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy.
I'd just like obviously pass a big thank you on to our judges for today. Where have they gone? So, without further ado, unfortunately we have 2 folks who have gone positive today and will not be joining the top 8 for the final cut. We have some delicious prizes for them. We also obviously have a lava spike for everyone who took part in the event. So the folks in 10th and 9th, so that's Emilio. Big round of applause for Emilio, and a big round of applause for Jamie Pope as well, who unfortunately won't be joining, but we do have some big piles of packs for them as a reward for getting to where they did. Right. Also, those of you who are not in the top 8, we do have as many Chaos Drafts as you can fill. So we'd absolutely love them. There's some awesome packs available to crack open and play with. Some people in the Chaos Draft have already got some pretty amazing pulls, so that's great. Right, without further ado, your top 8 for today. Mr. Phil Mead, Mr. Alex Evans, James Gurney, Robert Bailey, Harriet Wilder, Matt Brown, Rocco Vettese, and your winner for the Swiss, Mr. Raoul Zimmermann. Excellent. Congratulations to all of the folks who will be joining us for the top 8 that will be going on the front tables there. if you would like to take part in the Chaos Draft, please come speak to my colleagues at the desk and we shall get you in for one. All right, guys. Yes, so if I can get everyone over for the final quarterfinals, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
If I could turn back time. If I could turn back time.
So I'm joined once again by Rocco Vettese. It's your that is the pronunciation, right? Vettese?
Yeah, Vettese.
Is it actually?
Yeah, Vettese,
okay.
yeah.
Excellent. So once again, I'm going to start that again and make it seem a little bit better. I'm here with Rocco Vettese. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way in the top 8. First time out in the jersey, so obviously it's coming back, and putting out to pasture. But honestly, huge congratulations, because top 8 is a massive achievement. You got some very nice goodies, nonetheless.
Yeah, got a bunch of swag.
Hey,
which says
Legacy European Tour.
Yeah, I'll show off tomorrow when I play.
Very nice. Well, maybe you'll get another one tomorrow, right?
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, no, obviously kind of a rough, not a rough matchup, but in terms of not a very Magic-focused matchup.
Yeah, it was just frustrating because I didn't actually get to play properly, as in I wasn't doing anything. I just played an elf and a wolf with a haven, and I just I had a mana, but he just went Stitch of Supply, milled over Parhelion, Greasefang, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then game 2, he was his basically both games he went turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Millcast, then turn 3 Greasefang. So
quick. Yeah. That is the way the Greasefang. I mean, I guess that's the way with any combo deck, right? Sometimes you just get there on curve, and it's
That's why I did board in a hearse in the main deck, because sometimes I can't get to Karn quick enough, so I just have to naturally draw a hearse, and it sometimes wins me the game. And apart from that, I think the matchup's really good, in my favour. But obviously it didn't work out today, but that's just that's wonderful variance in Magic. Which is fun. I'm happy with how I played. I'm happy with how I performed, and considering I've been sort of in a bit of a medium rut, as in I haven't really done well in FNMs and other stuff. I'm happy that I've performed where it counts.
No, it's awesome that you've shown up today. You've definitely done yourself proud, I think.
Yeah.
And you're back tomorrow on your birthday, I believe.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back.
Gonna bring out some modern goodies and hopefully take that tournament down too. So hopefully it goes better tomorrow. But I say that. I mean, top 8 is a fucking achievement, right?
Yeah. Top 8 in WPN are hard. Even if it's I think we had 35 or 36 people. But still. And half the field are really good.
The field has been incredibly strong. It's when you look at the players that went out earlier, they're some of the stronger players that play, So it's been a tough field, but hopefully tomorrow goes just as well, and we'll be getting lots more talk on your modern deck tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And have a good birthday morning, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh god. Hopefully George doesn't know it's my birthday, because he's definitely going to announce on that mic and just be like, "Oh my god, it's your birthday."
If he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So I'm joined by Phil. Unfortunately, the road has come to an end, but it's been a hell of a ride. We have affectionately named you on stream Cycling Phil for the last few rounds. So you managed to pedal your way into the top 8. But unfortunately, the road has come to an end. Was it I know Raoul was on Mono Red.
Mono Red, yeah.
Again, as someone that doesn't know that much about the Pioneer Mess game, is it kind of just one of those rough matches?
It's sort of like a coin flip, yeah. If I can find the right pieces of my deck, you saw somewhat that game where I've got 2 hollow ones in play, I've got an 0-4 in play just to block, and I'm basically just trying to buy as much time to find Zenith Flare because it gains the life.
Yeah.
A few areas in that game, should have been bolting the Bone Crushers instead of the 2/2s and stuff like that, but it's sort of one of those. I think the matchup's fairly medium. Him being on the play for game 1 as well, obviously, is a big impact.
Yes.
It's definitely turning into a bit of a play draw format as it speeds up Pioneer, I think. So we'll see more of that.
Yeah, I mean, in one of the other games, it was very much Greasefang turn 3. Both games, just one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think modern should be the turn 3 format, but Pioneer is becoming the turn 3 format.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy with how the deck performed. Like I said, you saw a few of the matches. Against Mono Blue Spirits, it's done its thing there. And Red Black earlier, it kind of showed what it could do. So I'll carry on working on it. We'll see what happens, maybe.
Awesome.
Turn up at a few events.
Are you going to be back tomorrow for the modern WPN?
I am being boring tomorrow and playing Merc ties.
I hear you have a very pretty deck though.
I do. It's really nice.
So I'm hoping we get it on stream. But as is honest to God, I'm so glad we've had some of the local players coming into the top 8 because it's great to kind of show how strong the community is in South Norfolk, and we've had a good showing today.
Yeah, I think we're sort of a bit of a hidden gem for England MTG. It's kind of everyone thinks of Axion and kind of like London Dark Sphere, and there's a really good legacy scene up north and stuff like that. But we're kind of like a bit of a hidden gem out here.
Yeah, definitely.
And we always put up results when we go to the big events like the Axion events and stuff. Yeah, so it's always nice to represent.
Fuck yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, and best of luck tomorrow. I'm sure we'll probably catch you in a few matches, and I definitely might skew the feature match to see a very pretty deck. Because I was saying that last time we actually had George, one of the judges here, on the feature match, and we couldn't tell what half of his cards were because they were all like expeditioned and like gold. So
that's mine are in like double sleeve perfect cards, so they're not as glossy when you look at them. So you there'll be a bit less glare, we hope. But
absolutely fantastic.
Well, that'll be a teaser for you. Unless you put me on the table, you wouldn't see it.
Hey, heck yeah, nice one. Well, good luck tomorrow, man.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers.
Hello, so I'm here with Harriet from I believe it was top 8, right? For the
yes, unfortunately lost in the quarters though.
What deck was it you lost against in the quarters?
I lost against.
Was it the Gear Hulk nonsense?
It's the Gear Hulk flashing back the 8 mana thing, which I've now forgotten the name of.
No, I honestly, I know I'm mainly a modern player, so Pioneer's a little new to me, and looking at Alex's deck, I was just like, what is any of this stuff? I don't recognise
It's an 8 mana instant, and it does lots of things. I do know the name of it, but my mind's gone blank.
No. That's
and he had Hanata in his deck as well, so he could cast it for like 2 mana.
It's a very spicy deck tech.
Very spicy. I'm glad he's doing well with it. Or he did well with it. Yeah.
What were you playing today?
So I was also on a bit of spice.
Oh, okay.
I was on 5 colour Niv Mizzet, Bring to Light.
Nice. I know we couldn't manipulate the placements of tables because of the judges, so we couldn't just pick like anyone for feature table, but we did see that and we were kind of like, that looks like a cool deck that we'd like to cover on the feature table, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. However, I believe you're back tomorrow for some modern as well.
Yes, we're going to be back tomorrow for modern.
Bringing some spice for modern as well.
Maybe a little less
spicy,
unconventional. Yeah, pretty conventional deck.
Nice.
I'm bringing tomorrow. Yeah,
nice.
But it's a similar idea, I suppose, mid-rangey.
Well, hopefully it goes as well as today, because
I hope so, yeah.
Top 8 WPN qualifiers. I have to admit, even though helping kind of set up, I didn't quite realise how serious and big an event it was until we kind of see all
it's
the deck
really
checking.
serious,
It's super cool, and obviously it's the road to the Pro
Sophia.
Tour, yeah, exactly. So fingers crossed, at least maybe a box tomorrow, another box.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
But Road to Sophia is, of course, the dream. Did you guys travel far?
We did, yeah. We drove up from the south coast. So
okay.
I came with my son from Hastings and our friends from Eastbourne and Brighton.
Okay.
Yeah, so we all congregated and came up in one car.
I assume you're staying in the...
We are staying in a Airbnb type thing, yeah.
That makes sense. Well, it's good to get the 2 events in, I guess. And
brilliant.
Hopefully tomorrow goes as well as today, and it was an absolute pleasure chatting to you, Harriet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I have Alex here, who has travelled all the way from Nottingham, I believe, and despite the fact that today was your first game of Pioneer, you have made it into the semi-final of a WPN qualifier for Pioneer, which is somewhat of a feat in its own right. I believe you are you were the kind of surviving Greasefang player. There were a few Greasefangs. You were the one that took it into the top 8. What kind of made you choose the deck? Was it purely based on the quick pickup, in terms of you haven't played much Pioneer?
Well, there's twofold. First of all, I love Kamigawa. And so obviously I want to play as many cards from Kamigawa that I can in my deck. So 4 Greasefang, 4 Fable.
That is reasonable.
Can't think of anything else. The second fold is I've never played Pioneer before today, and I like decks that have 3 wins. I'm used to turn 1 Blood Mooning people.
Nice.
whereas this is not quite that, but it's still 3 wins. In the quarterfinals, I effectively won on turn 3 in both times, with the turn 3 Greasefang bringing back up a Hellion.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's gone really well. Obviously, looking forward to playing the semis and hopefully the final. But.
Absolutely fantastic. So I assume based on the turn 1 Blood Moons, you are skipping Modern and moving straight into Legacy.
Yeah, so I left Modern in 2016. I've been playing Legacy since 2014.
Okay.
I wanted to give this a go today. I'd like to qualify for the thing in Sofia because I'm probably going to be in Sofia that weekend anyway, so it wouldn't be a bad thing to have qualified for it. But yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun. The deck's been good. The format seems pretty healthy. Certainly a lot better than Modern.
Awesome. So in terms of, just to go completely off topic compared to the WPN qualifier, I'm actually, I've been watching so much Legacy content recently, and I really want to get my toe in the format. Where is a good starting point into Legacy?
Well, pretty much unanimously, the so-called best deck is Blue Red Delver.
Yep.
So a lot of people go online and just pick it because it's the so-called best deck, and then they realise that playing Brainstorm and Force of Will is not as easy as it may seem. If you're gonna play in paper and you want a budget deck, I would choose either Burn or Death and Taxes, because none of them play reserve list staples. Ultimately, I would just advise either proxying up or borrowing decks from people who play, because a lot of Legacy players have spare Legacy decks, and they're always happy to lend them. And if you just proxy up a bunch of decks, then you can play a wide variety of the meta. If you play Modern or anything like that, there should be a counterpart to what you play. So, like in Modern, one of the big decks is 4-color Urion. There's a 4-color Urion. There's Jeskai Control in Modern. There's also Jeskai Control in Legacy, etc., etc. So.
No, awesome. Well, thank you very much, and best of luck in the semi. And hopefully, we may not see you even if you do win the final, because you will be running to the train station to catch the train. But thank you for travelling, and awesome results so far. And
thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks.
So I'm here with Robert, who top 8'd the WPN qualifier here at Athena Games in Pioneer.
Hello.
Unfortunately, it didn't go any further than that. But how's your day been so far? What deck were you on today?
So I was playing a modified Gearhulk deck that included Hinata and made use of Lorehold command to help me stabilise and suddenly rush in with a bunch of Gearhulks that are hasty and indestructible.
Nice. So what was the final matchup that kind of you were against? Who were you playing against? Raoul, right?
Yeah, Raoul.
So it was the mono red.
It was mono red, yeah.
Oh, man.
So first game was a bit of a shame because I had some answers, but I started the game with 2 lands in hand. I had a considered, didn't find a land. Got another considered, didn't find a land. I had Prismari command and a bunch of other removal, but I never got to cast it before. I just died.
I get that's the unfortunate variance of Magic. Sometimes it's just the way it goes,
Sometimes it just kills you.
It's one of those things. Unfortunately, I missed because I've been kind of interviewing people. I missed the stream game, but I know it was on the desk. So did it go the full 3 match?
It went 2-0 to Raoul.
Okay.
Second game I almost stabilised, but the interaction of Bone Crusher Giant, meaning even if I bounced it back to his hand, I'd still be taking 4 damage in total, which is my life total.
Yeah, it's a rough one sometimes. That's the way it goes. But I mean, to be completely honest, to get semis is fantastic. And I don't know if you've seen them yet, but the Lava Spike playmats are like so cool indeed. I guess it's kind of though losing to mono red and then getting a Lava Spike.
It's funny. Look, it's the afterthought.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to get that.
Do you? Is Pioneer kind of your main format then?
Yeah,
or?
Definitely. So I played Modern, but then Modern decided to become a bit more samey and
rotation-y as well with the whole Modern Horizons.
I like making weird things. So I made before this. I played an Esper Peace of Mind deck.
Oh, cool.
So I like just making weird things, and then Gearhulks is fun.
Yeah, I feel that. Pioneer's a format I've kind of dipped my toe in. I've built spirits, but beyond that, I haven't played much. So it seems really healthy though. Other than mono green, from an outsider perspective, it feels very unfair.
Mono green is if you don't have removal for the first elf, they're going to snowball very out of control. Majorly, if there was like a key point of a card that is majorly the problem, I think is the troll.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because of even it's a 4/4 for 3, so turn 2 it comes down if they have an elf. even if you remove it, it sticks around and keeps their devotion, and it's a massive amount of devotion.
I guess that's the problem of why they haven't necessarily banhammered it. Is we spoke to lots of people today. Some people lean towards Nick Foss, some people lean towards Khan, and the tries. There's so many areas of the deck that it's kind of what do you hit and not mess with it too much, you know. But did you travel far today?
So no, only Ipswich, so about an hour.
Oh,
so
nice,
not too far.
Absolutely fantastic. I love to hear the kind of local-ish guys doing really well. So it's absolutely fantastic. I assume maybe Geek Retreat is your LGS?
No, it's not Geek Retreat. It's Langdon.
Oh, I actually did an order from Langdon the other day. They were the only UK stockist, I believe, that had my Dragon Shield colour in stock. So I was just like, I will take them all, please.
Oh no, they got good stuff.
No, awesome.
But no, yeah, definitely Langdon over Geek Retreat. I was Langdon before Geek Retreat showed up, and it's Langdon now.
Nice. Well, representing Landing, making it to the semi-finals. Congratulations, and are you back from Modern, or are you?
No, I've got work tomorrow. Sorry to say.
Oh man, well, hopefully you have an okay day at work, and thank you very much for sharing some words.
Thank you very much.
And we are here with our eventual winner. The story has come to its conclusion. Show slept in, right? You know, we missed the first round.
Well, I mean, I didn't sleep in. Yeah, I was at the station.
Yeah, no, I know. But we have completed the story arc of missing the first round. Yeah, absolutely obliterating every round since, and you've taken the tournament down.
Yes.
Huge congratulations. Are you looking forward to
Sofia? Yeah. No, I mean, I've been getting into Pioneer for this, so
nice.
It's glad that I'm glad that it worked out. It's very sad how that last game went. I mean, obviously you never want to have a match like that be the deciding one, especially for someone I know quite closely.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it huge congratulations that you got the qualifying ticket.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I assume there'll be a little bit of tweaking and testing before the.
I mean now actually, the thing is Pioneer as well, but I guess there will be a new set, but. We'll see if something changes in the format. I mean, probably. And I'm not sure I'll be playing the red deck again, but I guess it served me well.
It did indeed. And, thank you again for taking the time. I know you have a train to catch, so
no problem,
I'll
Let's hope that this one actually is running. If that's not running, I'm in trouble. But
the strikes are crazy at the moment. It's fine. It is what it is. But huge congratulations, and thank you again for taking the time.
It's a great event. Well run. It's cool to have coverage. It's very nice.
Nice. Thank you, man.
Necropode and Zoomsday, train the pack till for days, get rock, dag, more, Ulamaka cars. Ristic study, pay the one, smothering tide, now we're done, feed the fish and pay the four, what a fucking ball.